Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Angela. It is April 21st, 2020. It's 11:25, so it's almost the 22nd. I thought I haven't done a lot of videos this week just because other stuff going on. But I thought I would bring you guys another unboxing video today. It's kind of a deck that I feel like people have kind of forgotten about here lately. I haven't seen a lot of videos on it or anything, so I thought I would share it with you guys. And that is the Tarot Illuminati. It is the first tarot deck that I got that I really connected with. It has a magnetic closure here. It opens up like that. The box is just gorgeous. It's published by Los Scarabero. It's created by Eric C. Dunn, and the companion book by Kim Huggins at the bottom. And the book is fantastic. I've read it quite a bit. But then you open it up and it's got this gorgeous artwork in here. And then the book comes out. Really cool book here. And oh, look at the back of it. That's the back of the book. Put a glare, sorry. And then the cards come out. There's a cute little yellow ribbon here where the cards come out. And it's got one of those, it's like hard plastic in there. The cards don't get stuck in there because of the ribbon though. But it comes with a extra card, and I think that's more for advertising because that's the journal you can get, the tarot journal you can get. And then on the back is the tarot bag you can get. And then this is another art card. Really cool. And there's just a little bit of information on the back there. It says Tarot Illuminati for Anthony David Stevens. As I fumbled in the dark, you shone a light by which I could see. As I shivered in the cold, you struck a flame from which I could draw warmth. As I stumbled on the rocks, you carried me to level ground. You are my brother, you are my friend, you are much loved and greatly missed. Eric C. Dunn. And I thought that was beautiful. And I'll get to the book in just a minute, but we all came to see the cards, so these are the backs, and I think they are amazing. I did edge it in kind of a gold gilding, which you can't really see good. It's already starting to wear off. It was a paint marker, which I will never, ever, ever do again. It got everywhere, even on the fronts. But as perfect as I thought this deck was, I kind of like the disfigurement of it a little bit now. But yeah, let's get right into it. This is like a lot of people consider this like a Rider-Waite clone. And then there's some people that consider a clone to be just copies of Rider-Waite Smith. It is a very much Rider-Waite Smith deck to me. It's the closest thing that you could consider a clone to be without it actually being the Rider-Waite Smith deck. Just has more in the background and things, which I love, and it's more to draw on. And I think that's why I connected so much with this deck, because the very first deck I got, as you know, if you watch any of my previous videos, was the Radiant Rider-Waite Smith. It comes with a great guidebook. I just never connected with the deck. And then I got this one. And I connect with it even though it boggles my mind that I connect with it even though it is essentially like a clone of Rider-Waite Smith. It just, for some reason, because there's more in there, that I connect with it more. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first card, of course, is the Fool. And my camera is not doing this oh, there it goes. Not doing this justice, but the colors and the cards are just beautiful. I don't know how I had that. Couldn't see it. There. Ah. I got one little light there. Here. And this is, instead of the Magician, it's the Alchemist, which brings it to a whole new way of thinking for me. The High Priestess. I don't know why that light keeps shining in certain spots. It's driving me crazy. You can't see it as good over here. She is gorgeous. And I noticed one time when I was doing a video with the High Priestess card that if you really look, it kind of looks like the body of a dragonfly right here. And then up is her dress is kind of like the wings. So I thought that was pretty cool. Actually, if I hold it like that, yeah. And all the blues in there are just fantastic. Nope. How did I do that? I did it upside down. Okay. And then we have the Empress. Gorgeous. Gorgeous cards. The Emperor. The Hierophant. The Lovers. Love the colors in there. I love the whole Adam and Eve feel of it too. It's very biblical almost to me. The Chariot. The Strength. Love the Strength card. It was my favorite until I got my Lightseer's Tarot. The Hermit. Love that with the shooting stars. Everything. The Wheel. Love this wheel too. Justice. Justice has been following me around lately. I don't know why. Not just with this card though, with every deck. The Hanged Man. Death. Gorgeous Death card. And I love when they do have a sunrise in the background. That it's just so vivid. The sky's colors, and these are just crazy. Temperance. A lot of color in the sky too. And the wingspan on that guy or girl. The Devil. Not one of my favorite Devil cards. He just looks too muscular and bald. I don't get that. It's almost like he's cartoonish, but the rest isn't. Tower. This deck is the first one I saw. When I saw the Tower card, I realized it was like a priest falling, and then there's like a crown falling, and I almost see this as the fall of religion, the fall of hierarchy. Yeah, I can't not see it now when I look at this card, especially this one, because this is the deck that I saw that in. The Star. I love how it's very moonlit or starlit. The Moon, fantastic moon, I think. The face in it, amazing. Then there's light behind it, almost like it's a lunar eclipse. the sun. Not a fan of the face and the sun in this one. Looks like some kind of rock star from the 80s kind of deal. Almost. Judgment. And this world card is the reason why I was like, what deck is that? Because it's beautiful, I think. Just beautiful. And then, of course, I had to check out the Eight of Swords because that's my card that will make or break any deck. So now we move on to the minors from the majors, and we have the Ace of Swords, which is all the aces in this deck are just breathtaking. Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Four of Wands. Five of Wands. This has been my stalker card since the beginning of the year. Every week I'm pulling this card, it feels like. Six of Wands. Seven of Wands. And this suit kind of gives you a Persian kind of feel to it. And each suit has a different like ethnicity. And I think this one is like a Persian kind of deal. Eight of Swords, or Eight of Wands, excuse me. And you can really feel the movement in that. I love a good Eight of Swords where it shows you can feel them whisking through the air. Nine of Wands, and here's another one where the guy is just way too buff and muscular. And again, I still get the Persian kind of feel in that. But he's way too cartoony for me. Look, even his legs are like bulging out of his suit. 10 of Wands. Totally get that feeling of a burden, heavy burden carrying it uphill to what looks like the tower. Oh, but if you see the sunrise coming up in the background of that, maybe a heavy burden, but the sun will come out. The card says a lot to me. And then instead of princes, we have princesses. So it's a Princess of Wands. Prince of Wands. And with the building in the background, I again get that like Persian-y kind of feel. Queen of Wands, I love her. Love the green. I love that she's got the black cat in her lap. Beautiful coloration together. The green and the yellow. And then we have the King of Wands. Again, he seems very much like a Persian kind of guy. Persian, I don't know what it would. Yeah. So then we have the next suit, which is Ace of Swords, my favorite suit. And that is, again, breathtaking. Gorgeous. Two of Swords, one of my favorites. Three of Swords, and I normally don't like the heart with the three swords. This one is actually dripping blood, but I love the storm going on in the background. I did a whole video on that as well. Then we have Four of Swords, Time to Rest. Five of Swords, look at that sunset or sunrise. And this one gives me, this suit gives me very like European style with the clothing and things. And then the Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. Again, with his outfit, it's very European, from like medieval times or whatever. Eight of Swords. One of my second favorite Eight of Swords ever. Love it. Love the dress. Love the house in the background. I know. I'm a sucker for the Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords, and you really get that being up all night, nightmare-y. But I still get the whole Victorian. That's what I'm trying to put. Victorian era kind of deal. Ten of Swords. And look at that sun coming up. That's just... Princess of Swords. Very Victorian in this. Yeah, the dress. And she's holding the sword. I love that. And we get the Prince of Swords. Queen of Swords. There's a lot going on in there with the chair. There's a monkey up there. Is that a monkey? Oh, it's cherubs all over her chair. And then the Queen of Swords. Or King of Swords. He's a big dude. He looks very formidable. Okay, and then we have the next seat, which is Ace of Cups. Again, the cups, the aces in this deck is just amazing. I love the water falling out. You have the Two of Cups. Three of Cups. I imagine them talking and going, "It's party time, girls," and they're cheering. But in like old Victorian clothing. Almost like they're at a dress up thing. Four of Cups. Five of Cups. Very cold and isolated. Six of Cups. And a lot of people like this card in a deck. I don't like this card in a deck simply because of the creepy dude in the background kind of creeping. Just, it kind of put me off from this card. So I don't really care for this card in any deck because of that. It's almost like he's stalking them or a voyeur or something. I don't feel his intentions are good toward the kids. Seven of Cups. Gorgeous blues in that. And it just did not occur to me till just now because it's clouds. He's got all these options, I feel like. They're all up in the clouds. So it may be that all these different options are in his head. And he's creating, maybe he's even creating different obstacles. Maybe these are all obstacles for him. And he's creating them. To me, them being in the clouds is all in your head. And yeah, just that kind of just went into my head just now, and I had to say it. So yeah, different way to look at that, I think. Eight of Cups. Again, these blues in this deck. Nine of Cups. All the colors are just amazing. Ten of Cups. And again, look at the sky. Little house back there. It's very much a family having family time. Princess of Cups. And yes, there's a fish in the cup. Her facial expression is like, for me, right into it. Prince of Cups. Queen of Cups. These queens all look mad too. King of Cups. And all the kings look very formidable. Very, I will cut you down. Okay, last thing is Ace of Pentacles. Again with the aces. Beautiful. Two of Pentacles. This one gives you a very oriental flavor in the suit. Yeah, especially that one. She actually has a scroll with, looks like Chinese writing on it. Maybe. Four of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, and that is like a little Chinese or Japanese hut. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. I love the owl on her wrist. 10 of Pentacles. And then we have the Princess of Pentacles. And look at that sunrise. Ugh. Looks like she's got a cherry blossom tree in the back behind her. Colors. Prince of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. She's probably my favorite queen in this deck. Even though I identify more with the Queen of Swords. Just not in this deck. And then we have the King of Swords. He looks pissed. I don't know. But that is the Tarot Illuminati. The cardstock is, it's thin, but it's not too thin, not too thick, but it's got a hard, it's not as bendable as it could be. With it being as thin as it is, it should be more bendy. And it's not. It is still easy, pretty easy to shuffle. Like this. I can still shuffle. Riffle shuffle. Just, it's not as easy. Because the middle, it seems bendy here, but the middle seems like there's an extra something in it to make it sturdier in the middle, which makes the middle harder to riffle shuffle. But it does hand over hand pretty good, like well. It's very glossy. I don't know what the cardstock is, but it's very glossy too. So let's pull a card here. And see what it says. So we pulled Temperance. Gorgeous colors. So let's see what the book says. So the book, written by Kim Huggins, my new person I'd like to meet, because she wrote this well. And as a writer, trying to become a writer, it's just I would love to know what her inspiration was for this. So anyway, I don't know if you can see at the front page, we have table of contents, and we have the foreword, which it's got quite a bit on the foreword. Then there's an introduction, which there's a couple pages on that. And we have using the tarot, and there's your shows you how to shuffle, how to lay out the cards in a chosen spread, how to interpret the card meanings. And the first spread we got on here is a 3-card spread. It's the Sun, Moon, and Stars spread, or past, present, or present, past, future. And then we have the planetary spread. I think there's 3 or 4. And we have the lighting, the lantern spread, and the rising sun spread, which I haven't done any of these spreads because I forget they're in here. And then how to learn tarot. Yeah, it shows how to keep a journal, all kinds of stuff in there. Pretty helpful. It actually gives you, it says here are some of the stages you might go through when reading a tarot card. Is it a major, minor arcana, or court card? That gives you questions you can ask yourself to basically learn the tarot better. Like, what symbols do I see? What type of environment is in the picture? What kind of animals are in the picture? Pretty cool. And then we get into the major arcana. And then it's got like it's got a full color picture, which I love. It's got like a little saying or kind of keyword here, and then it's got a story coming from each character, and then themes and concepts. Pretty much it's what the keywords for either upright or reversals, or light and shadow, depending on how you look at the cards. And that's it. That's one page for each picture. And then when you get into the minors, it's the same thing. It's just the picture is smaller. But it all has a little story from whatever card that is, which I love that. So let me go back to find Temperance here. Just totally passed it. Or did I? Nope, I didn't. Okay, so I'll read what it says on Temperance. It says, Temperance, the angel on the middle way. There is fire and there is water. There is man and woman, earth and sky, life and death, being and not being, and I stand between them all. Many see them as black and white, opposites between which there stands a barrier that neither side may cross. But there is only me. I am the mediator that stands on the middle way, the path to unity through tempering and moderation. Everything is in flux. And when you realize this, you can adapt everything, mix it and mingle it, throw it all into a boiling cauldron, and create something from that milieu that is greater than the sum of its parts. I am beyond unity. I am that which comes from it. Yet I am also the process by which it is created. Walk my path with your feet both wet and dry from the river that will never be the same when you return to it, and you shall know the mysteries of alchemy. You shall be given the knowing of being two things, all things at once. Let your life be a work of art, a creative process of fluidity and adaptation, never the strict rules of excess one way or the other. Let yourself be the cauldron in which the mixture brews, and let yourself be the philosopher's stone created therein. And then the theme and concepts, it says temperance and moderation, avoiding excess virtue instead of vice, finding a middle way, mingling many different approaches, eclecticism, flux, meditation, creating something greater than the sum of its parts, unity of opposing forces to create something. And yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, so that would be that. That was beautiful. I'm going to have to read more of this book because it's been a while since I've read any of it. So yeah, this is the unboxing of my, and there's plenty of unboxings on there. I just haven't seen any new things in a while on this deck. And I was like, I'm going to put mine on there. I haven't done it yet. And I've been saying I'm going to do all my decks now that I have no, I'm not working right now. So yeah. But yeah, that is the Tarot Illuminati. There is a second deck to this created by Eric C. Dunn and a book by Kim Huggins. It's called The Apocalypse Tarot. I'm going to get it eventually. I just haven't yet. I don't think it follows as closely with the artwork as the Rider-Waite-Smith, but it does also break down the suits into like different ethnic groups, which I like. So yeah, that is the Tarot Illuminati unboxing. I hope you guys liked this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss any of my videos. And I will talk to you guys later. You have a great evening. Bye.